Good evening, everybody. It is dawn of the 14th day, and we are hopefully going to finish up Skyward Sword tonight. So, what comes next after this? Probably Ocarina of Time. Yeah, Ocarina of Time, and then I don't know if I will have any time after that before... I have only ever played through Ocarina of Time once to completion. All right. To the sky! Yeah, so, I will keep playing Zelda games right up until Tears of the Kingdom comes out. But once Tears of the Kingdom comes out, whatever game I'm playing is done. Like, I'm just stopping. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. I do want to say that this remaster it's really well done. Like, it is thoroughly impressive that they fixed a lot of the problems that the original had. Come on. There we go. Like, why are you not going in? Honestly, I've been looking forward to this stream all day. If you are out there, I hope you are having an excellent night. And I hope you're ready for some hot, steamy Skyward action. Did I not do this right? Hold on. What am I supposed to do here, Fee? Game time. Oops, yep. Whoops. Whoopsie. I wonder if we'll see Loftwings in Tears of the Kingdom. I doubt it. I really do doubt it, but I think it would be really just a neat callback. I doubt we will. I really do. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it just doesn't seem likely they will bring them back. Dun, 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 dun. Yes. Descend into this area, Fee. Do it. And we have a track now. Definitely some upgrades being made.
Tetrally. Just subscribed for 12 months. Hey Sinistral 2099. Celebrating my 12-month Twitchiversary. Meow 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 meow. That's almost a year, right? Smiley face. Your streams make me as happy as NYC style pizza, the best in the world, hands down. Speaking of which, Ruby and Mocha, my feline duo, also love your content. Fun facts, Ruby's a total lap cat, while Mocha's a pro at catching toy mice. Here's to another meowvelous year of laughs, fun, and meowing 99 times or more. Slice of pizza, cat, party popper.
Tetra, thank you so much for the year of support. And thank you to your cats as well. You are truly wonderful. Thank you. How are you doing? Yeah, haha. I have to imprison the beast once again. That's what I say when I've accidentally left my fly open when I come out of the bathroom. Oh, I need to imprison the beast again. All right. We're going to fight the imprisoned. With arms, even. Well. His toe beans are like pulsing with... See, he's got hands now, which really makes the whole prospect of like running around him a pain in the ass. I need my lime slices, please. Ow. Can I get around this way? I don't know that I can. Nope, I sure can't. I have to drop down and then come back up. Excuse me, sir. He does this weird thing. Missed. Wait, I hit him? I'm so confused by that one. Maybe it was splash damage? I don't know. Ow. Ow. You know, I should not run into that, really. This is not going well. All right, that'll stun him. Okay. What? I mean, it kind of worked out in my favor, but that's really hilarious. I don't think I have ever seen a fight go like this where it like forced Link to jump off. Gerboom! Did you ever play? Did you have a DS? I don't remember, Tetra. Because the slashes that you have to do is very reminiscent of the Castlevania game Dawn of Sorrow, where after you beat a boss, you had to seal it by drawing a pattern on the screen. Gotcha. Whee! There's lots of very unsafe forms of transportation in this game, like flying up a spout of water, or, you know, random jets of air, which will probably get you killed in real life. You know, it's just very, very risky. Would not recommend trying. I wonder if Groose is like, to put it in Harry Potter terms, I wonder if Groose is the Neville Longbottom of the story, where, like, he could have been the chosen hero if Link hadn't been, you know what I mean? It's very interesting. I like his transformation overall throughout the course of the game, where he starts as a bully. Safety belt and keep your arms. Exactly. And now the coolest portal in any video game ever.
Grid Monster just subscribed for 12 months. A year? 12 months? Yes.
A whole year. Hey, Brid, thank you so much for the year of support. I really appreciate you. And I hope you are having a wonderful night. We have just activated the Gate of Time. And it is Tetrising it as we speak. Do you remember how the portal to the Twilight Realm sunk into the stone? That's about to happen with this, and it's just one of the coolest effects, I personally think, anyway. The reunion with Zelda you fought so hard for lies beyond this gate. And he now has gone from bully to rival to trusted ally. just a reminder, today is May the 4th. And on June 4th, that's actually my year of affiliate. And we will be doing a special stream. So, yeah. More games with viewers. Whee! Is that not the coolest fucking portal? And we are now in the past.
Hey!
This is the Temple of Hylia, though it will become known as the Sealed Temple sometime in the future. You stand in the past, ages before your own time. Here, the goddess Hylia has only just sealed away demise, and little time has passed since the goddess sent the outcropping of rock into the sky that would one day become Skyloft. It is true to its name. You have passed through the gate of time to an era in the distant past. You will have many questions, but for now you must proceed back through the great doors behind you. It is there that the person you've risked life and blood to defend waits for you. I imagine Impa filled you in on everything. Traveled very far from home to the distant past. In this era, the wounds inflicted on the land during the battle between the goddess and the demon king known as Demise have not yet healed. All the fairy tales about the war we heard growing up in Skyloft, incredible as it may seem, they appear to be all too real. I think it's time you learned the whole story. Let me try to explain. The old gods created a supreme power that gave anyone who possessed it the ability to shape reality and fulfill any desire. They called it the Triforce. In his thirst to make the world his own, Demise readied a massive army of monsters for war. He sought to take the Triforce for himself by force. The goddess feared for her people. She used her power to send both them and the Triforce into the sky on a slice of earth she cut away from the land. This floating rock became a new home for our people. In time, it came to be known as Skyloft. After a long and fierce battle, the goddess Hylia succeeded in sealing away Demise. However, soon after the Demon King was imprisoned, it became clear that the seal would not hold long against his fearsome power. Hylia had suffered grave injuries in her battle with the Demon King. She knew that if he broke free again, there would be no stopping him. And if the Demon King were to free himself, it would mean the end of the world for all beings of this land. In order to put an end to the Demon King, Hylia devised two separate plans and set them both into motion. That's a good face, yeah. First, she created Fee. She made the spirit that resides in your sword to serve a single purpose: to assist her chosen hero on his mission. Her second plan was to abandon her divine form and transfer her soul to the body of a mortal. She made this sacrifice, as you have likely guessed, so that the supreme power created by the old gods could one day be used. For while the supreme power of the Triforce was created by gods, all of its power can never be wielded by one. Knowing this power was her last and only hope, The goddess gave up her divine powers and her immortal form. You've probably figured it out by now, haven't you, Sin? You are the chosen hero, and I, Zelda, am the goddess reborn as a mortal. The day of the ceremony, Girahim's tornado tossed me out of the sky and down to the world below. I was nearly captured by the demonic forces, but I was rescued at the last moment by the old woman who lives in the sealed grounds. I had no memory at all of my existence as Hylia, but she explained it to me. She helped me to remember who I was and what I had to do. I set out to pray at the goddess statues located in each temple across the land. Each statue stirred up memories within me. After I visited them all, Impa, an agent of the goddess, led me here to the past. All of this is part of the same great effort to prevent the revival of demise. Stripped of his true physical form by the seal that binds him, he takes the shape of an abomination. But even in his hideous state, he's more than capable of devouring this land if we allow him to do what he desires. We must stop him from freeing himself from the seal that imprisons him, at any cost. That is why I intend to remain here, in this time and place, to sustain the seal as best I can. As long as I continue this vigil, we may be able to prevent the Demon King from fully reviving himself in our own time. I must maintain the seal that Hylia, rather, that I created so long ago, and keep it strong for as long as I am able. With the memories of my former life returning to me, I can now see that this is my purpose. Sin, the goddess created Fi and the Great Blade she's a part of for very specific reasons. For the task of standing against demise in the monstrous form he now assumes rests solely on your shoulders. Back in our time, you've already driven him back into his prison twice now. I can't thank you enough for that, Sin. During your long journey, you've grown so much. You learned wisdom from solving devious puzzles and traps. You gained power by honing and tempering both yourself and your sword. And by overcoming the trials set before you by the goddess, you found true courage. Now that those qualities reside in you, you are worthy of wielding the power of the old gods left behind for our kind. You can claim the Triforce. Valiant hero, you have endured many hardships and journeyed far in your quest to reach this place. Along your travels you have found wisdom, power, and courage, and for this I shall bless your sword with the goddess's power. May it give you and your sword the strength to drive back the abomination that threatens this land. The mark you see upon the back of your hand is proof that you are the hero of legend, and that within you dwells sacred power. It is the mark of the Triforce. Stand now, Sin. Draw your sword. The goddess has blessed your blade, and the Master Sword has at last achieved its ultimate form. The sword is now imbued with the mythical power to drive back demons, and only Sin may wield it. Now we have it. Sin, before I say another word, I feel like I owe you an apology. See, the mark of the Triforce on your hand is a symbol of the greatest power in this world. If you can obtain the actual Triforce, we will have the power to vanquish demise once and for all. The problem is, among the countless souls in this world, only a select few, those with an unbreakable spirit, can wield its might. It's impossible to know the true reason why the old gods created the Triforce, but I have a theory of my own. The gods created the Triforce, and yet they specifically designed it so that their own kind could never use its power. Somehow, I think that may have been their way of giving hope to all the mortal beings of the land. Which brings us back to you. To face demise and give the land hope, the goddess Hylia needed someone with an unbreakable spirit. That someone is you, Sin. But spirit alone wasn't enough. You had to overcome many trials and awaken the hero within yourself so that you could wield that supreme power. And so and so I knew that if it meant saving Zelda, you would throw yourself headfirst into any danger without even a moment's doubt. I used you. I can't believe to tell you how sorry I am for pulling you into all this, Sin. But you have to understand, this is a war and the fate of the land hangs in the balance. I need your strength to tip the scales in our favor. All that may be well-intentioned and true, but it doesn't mean it's right, and I don't excuse my actions. But I'm prepared to pay the price for what I've done. To ensure that the seal holds, I will remain here in this time, deep in sleep for thousands of years. Hey, Sky! A set of balls. Indeed. How are you doing, Sky? If you don't, I highly recommend that you all go follow my dear friend Sky. She is fantastic. She's also in my tabletop gaming group, and I appreciate her character and her what she brings to the table every month. But until my memory of things before our lifetime returned to me, I had no idea we were fated to carry such a heavy destiny. Before all this, I was happy just spending my days hanging around with you in Skyloft. I wanted that feeling to last forever. While it's true that I am highly reborn, I'm still my father's daughter and your friend. I'm still your Zelda. Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry for your loss. When Demise is finally gone, there will be no more need for the seal that binds him, and then I'll be able to wake up. So I'm going to ask you a favor, Sleepyhead. Ever since we were kids, I'd always be the one to wake you up when you slept in. But this time, when all of this is over, will you come wake me up? What does Sky add to the tabletop team? Chaos. Chaos. And I am glad that you've stopped committing arson every chance you got. Sure. Yeah. You can. This is the perfect time for some chat GPT. Crosses bridges and opens doors. Yes, exactly.
So, get this, I heard about a flamingo who tried to become a professional chef, but it turns out he couldn't handle the heat in the kitchen. Apparently, he kept spilling spaghetti sauce on his pink feathers. They had to fire him, but he's now running a successful unicycle repair shop. Who knew flamingos were so versatile? I guess it just goes to show, you never know where life will take you. Spaghetti.
What was that prompt? Thank you for the bits. I have to know what that prompt was. Also, Zelda-related question. Who among you can tell me when she wakes up? Because it's not in this game, but it is in another Zelda game. This was literally this was it. Please generate a 70-word message that would be funny to blurt out during a serious cover. Wow, well done. Yeah. The Zelda game we played was Breath of the Wild. Awesome, awesome. I am eagerly awaiting Tears of the Kingdom. Tetra should know which game it is that we wake this Zelda up in. No. Zelda 2. Zelda 2, which ends the failed hero timeline, is the I couldn't tell you actually eagerly waiting. Couldn't you? I've only had 14 days of Zelda games so far to lead up to it. Yeah, I'm definitely not excited. So yeah, that's yeah. So in all of the timelines of Zelda, the 3 timelines, the one where the hero dies and it diverges down to Zelda 1 and Zelda 2, you finally wake up this Zelda in Zelda 2. She is the one who is asleep at the start of the game.
You know what's really on my mind right now? If a group of cats is called a clouder, and a group of crows is called a murder, then what do you call a group of invisible unicorns doing a synchronized dance routine while juggling avocados? That's the million-dollar question. Oh, and did you know that scientists just discovered that pickles actually scream when you bite into them? They're calling it the crunch heard round the world. Avocado, unicorn, cucumber.
Why is it that the Welsh English TTS and Brian both say it avocado? Do British people say avocado or do they say avocado? So then you know everything. On the other side of that gate, Zelda waits, suspended in a sleep without end. But do not despair, for she is still alive and well. True to legend, the Triforce is the one thing with the power to vanquish demise. It is thought to have been hidden within Skyloft by the goddess. Sadly, that is all we know of where it rests. All the other clues to its whereabouts have been lost to the ages. Sin, you have likely come to the same conclusion, but I will spell it out just the same. The key to finding the Triforce must be in Skyloft. Go now, Sin. Find the Triforce. Something I gotta tell you. So Zelda, how's she holding up? Was she okay when you saw her? Do I tell him the truth or do I just do the white lie? Chat, what do you think? Yes. No, it has to be one or the other. Tetra. All right. She was? Oh, good to hear. But she's still stuck there till this whole mess blows over, huh? Then I made up my mind. I'm not going back. I'm staying right here with Granny. Aw, don't look so bummed out. Do I look sad? Nah, I'm doing what I want to do. I don't know how to explain it. I got this feeling in my belly that there's work to do here. Someone's got to watch that big, ugly monster, and someone's got to make sure Granny's doing all right. It ain't as action-packed as what you're doing, but maybe this is my destiny. Know what I mean? Besides, it's not so bad here. Living up in the sky was okay, I guess, but don't you just love the way it smells down here? What? That's not weird to say. Check it out. There's a giant butthole in the ground. Zelda and Granny have brought life back to the land here. I bet even the weakest sapling could grow into one beast of a tree in soil like this. That'd brighten this place up a little, too. I mean, sure, it'll take a few years to grow, but as far as I'm concerned, I got nothing but time. Weird to say out loud, but that's just how I feel right now. Tree. What? What are you talking about? Why would it be weird that there was a giant tree that's being grown near the sealed grounds? So yeah, you know, when you get back to Skyloft, do me a favor and let people know I'm doing okay down here. Colin and Stritch might be a little emotional since they look up to me, but you'll tell them I'm happy, okay? Thanks, Sin. Alright. We gotta go out this way, I think. So, we are absolutely, we have one dungeon left. Just one. Go away, I'm not talking to you. Oh, you know what? Hold on. No, that's okay. To the sky! We aren't gonna see this. We aren't gonna set the tree on fire. No, we're not. No forest fires here. All right. So I'm not 100% sure where to go next. Oh, fuck me. Hold on. So, question for you. Have you figured out who the old granny is yet? You should ask one of the instructors. Okay. Hear anything more about my daughter? What is it? If you know anything at all, I urge you to share it with me. Beat the original game, so yeah. No, not... No. I'm talking about in this game. I'll tell you what you can't. I understand. I'm lusting after your daughter. Yes, well, he knows. Like, he knows. Then you've been doing some thinking. I've been doing some thinking since we last spoke. I want you to marry my daughter. He just puts his hand on his shoulder. I'm getting older and I lack vigor of youth, but even old men have ways of being useful too. I wish to share as much of my knowledge with you as I can. Actually, what do you know of the Triforce? Sin. Where did you hear that word? It's true that the ancient texts make several mentions of the Triforce within their pages. Unfortunately, the actual location of the Triforce isn't illuminated in any of those tomes. Its whereabouts are lost to history. Sorry, Sin, it shames me to say it, but my knowledge is of little use on the subject. Okay. Well, thanks for nothing. Just a moment. But there is one whose vast knowledge may be of use. Surely you're familiar with Levias, the great sky spirit who has guarded our realm for ages. Levias has served as the protector of our skies for a long time, and his knowledge of the world is encyclopedic, to put it mildly. Where is he? I feared that might be your next question. About that. Fruit of his loins. Indeed. I imagine in your travels you've taken notice of the tremendous thunderhead that has suddenly appeared in our skies. Recently, I've heard rumors suggesting that Levias is trapped inside that massive cloud. It's just a fart. The thunderhead is just a giant fart. I asked Instructor Ullen to look into this troubling cloud in order to determine if there is any truth to these rumors. I had meant to inquire about these findings earlier, but I completely forgot about it after Zelda went missing. Yep. Cool. Cool. So we have to go find Instructor Orlin, or Owlin, or, you know, that guy. I don't know where his quarters are. That's Groose. That's me. That's Fledge. That's definitely not me. That's not what I care about. Yep, okay. Dun 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 dun. He must be upstairs. See, I don't think you would have talked about Fruit of his loins. Once you get a guy that uses the words vigor and thrust so close together, it's clearly that the next sentence is going to be talking about spreading his seed. You know, it just goes worse. Afraid it lacks sufficient knowledge. Okay. Wait, I thought that was who I thought that was who I was supposed to talk to. Zelda. Wait. Bath. Hold on. That's I could have sworn that was the right guy. Nope, never mind. There's two instructors, and they look the same. They're just colored different. Okay. Yeah, dude, you're also Instructor Horwell. Don't lie. Okay, so long story short, we have to learn a new technique on our bird.
Hey.
And now we have to hit the targets with the new technique. Well, that might have cost me this round. That's okay. I missed. Hooray! Got it. It was so difficult. Maybe the owner of the Lumpy Pumpkin might know something. Every year he makes an offering of his pumpkin soup for Levias. Now, I will say, that so Gaia and I have spent quite a bit of time talking about this game because it is the first game canonically in the timeline. And the question that Gaia and I keep coming at, and we've kind of just agreed, even if it's not officially stated anywhere, but we think Levias is the windfish. And I don't know that it's canon, but in my head canon anyway, I am convinced that Levias was either heavily inspired by or intended to actually be the windfish. The personal gnosis. I don't know that word. That is a word I am not familiar with. Let us look it up. Knowledge of spiritual mysteries. Interesting. Thank you for teaching me a new word today. Yeah, yep, exactly. What's the matter? You look like you've got something going. Yeah, I know. Come on. Yeah, there's a lot of things that can connect the games if you really look at it. Like you have the Lanayru robots, right, in this, and their headdress is very similar to the Twilight headdresses. If you look at Midna in Twilight Princess, her headdress looks like real close to the Lanayru robot's headdress. And so, like, I think that somehow the Twilight are like an offshoot, because we never see what happened to the Lanayru in this, ever. They're just gone. We know that they had their own Temple of Time at one point because we go to it. And so I wonder if, like, and we know that they established the portal, the Sunken Time Portal, which looks just like the portal to the Twilight Realm in Twilight Princess. It has the same sunken-in effect. Alrighty, you have a good night, Tetra. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for the year of support. I appreciate you, and I hope you sleep really well. But yeah, like there's a lot of connections between the games. And even if they were just inspired artistically, it's not hard to like draw the connections. And I like, honestly, the lore in the Zelda franchise, like I'm the Charlie Day meme where he's got the board with the yarn. Like, see the headdress that I'm talking about on the little robot there? It looks very similar to Midna's headdress. I am crazy about the lore in this franchise. Like, I legitimately... So this... Okay. I'm going to tell the story again. So if you've heard my coma story, I apologize, but... So... My very first video game. So I didn't own a NES first. My buddy, Captain Yum Yums is what he goes by. He got a NES for Christmas one year, like the year that they came out, and our parents got together for New Year's Eve, and so they brought over his Nintendo, and that was my very first experience with anything game related. And he had Super Mario Brothers. But that night, December 31st, 1986, he had rented The Legend of Zelda. And he had never played it, and I certainly had never played it because I didn't own a NES. I did not even know that the Nintendo existed until that night. Like, it was not on my radar at all. And so I actually have a Hylian crest on a tattoo, and I want to get the date added. 12/31/86, because Zelda 1 was the very first video game I ever played. And it has been such a part of my gaming journey throughout all the years that, yeah, I can't imagine what gaming for me would have looked like without Zelda. Well, okay, bird, maybe. And then okay, well, I missed. Okay, this is not going well. Yeah, and so in 2017, I got pneumonia and was placed in an induced coma for 2 weeks. And my total hospital stay was for 2 months. I had to relearn how to walk, and because I was on Medicaid and charity, they literally booted me out of the hospital when the money ran out. Come on now. And so I was not properly weaned off of my pain meds before they booted me out. And so I was going through withdrawals and actually DTs. Not as severe as some people get them, but I definitely had the shakes at times, like. And so my friends got me my Switch. My friends in Arizona pooled their money together and got me the Switch. And I spent, in order to distract myself at times, I spent hundreds of hours playing Breath of the Wild. Oh, come on now, game. I don't pay those. Yeah, I mean, I definitely needed them. So, one time they put me in the coma and they kept me on fentanyl and something else, I can't remember, to keep me docile while I was in the coma. Because apparently at one point while I was in the coma, I managed to oh, come on now. I managed to get with my tongue, I managed to get my breathing tube out. Actually played Breath of the Wild for hundreds of hours in 2019. Yes, exactly, yep. It gave me something to do when I was basically just kind of laying in bed and still recovering from from everything. Come on now. Game. Game. All right, there we go. Yeah, so Breath of the Wild is my favorite Zelda game as a result. And prior to that, it was A Link to the Past on the SNES. But yeah, this whole franchise, I know it sounds stupid to say, but this whole franchise has a deeply personal connection to me just because it's been in my life for so long, and it's been a part of my life when I really needed it. And so, yeah. What was that game? Some people still look at video games as a thing that children do, and I know it's silly, but I realize that they're art and that they're a legitimate pastime, but some people still, like, you say you like video games and they look at you like you're a kid. What am I not doing right with this? That's true, yeah. You can only land on that one plate on his back, and I don't know... I can't see where I'm going. Nope. Still got hit. Dang it. Come on now. Ah, he moves. All right, what is going on here? What am I doing wrong? Destroy the 4 eyeballs and then land on Levias's head. See, the thing is, I landed on his head, and the parasite was like, nope, I'm good. I don't understand. I don't understand what I did different. So you have to swing right, you have to swing left, and then you have to swing up. And then you just wail on him. Well. Oh, I got one back. Oh, that's cheating. Cheater. Now you go right in the middle, you dick. Cheater. Cheater, cheater. There we go. Really? Are you dead? Did I kill you? I think I killed him. Yep. Boop. You might recognize that little musical key from Breath of the Wild. I'm the great spirit they call Levias. Before she passed from this world so long ago, the goddess Hylia appointed me as Warden of the Skies. And what do they call you, boy? Ah, Sin, is it? A rather pleasing name, that. Your parents clearly have excellent taste in names. Listen closely and I will tell you. As you likely know, long ago an evil force attempted to take the Triforce for his own. Yep. Yep, we need to learn the Song of the Hero. The song is the key to revealing the secret location of the Triforce. The song is split into 4 parts. She entrusted one part to me, and the other 3 to the dragons of the land. Thanks, Fee. Thanks for telling me my current playtime. That certainly was not breaking the immersion or anything. Alright. So, we have to go revisit the dragons. And that means, finally, I have mentioned it a few times over the years, or over the days that we've been doing this, doing everybody's favorite part of this game. I do use that term exceptionally loosely. The Tad Toads. If you hit one of those tornadoes, it takes you to Kansas. And drops a house on a witch. So, Brid, if you're still out there, how is your night going? How are you doing, friend? A report, Master. An unusual phenomenon is taking place in Farron Woods, making it impossible to descend directly at... Yep. Got it. We should finish this game tonight. I am fairly confident in that. Sin, bad news. The beast looks like it's about to break free again. Gotta get into position. Hang tight. This is, I think, the last time that we fight the imprisoned. You know, I could probably use some hearts. I just realized. I'm just saying. Just realized I'm pretty low. Ah, we'll be fine. And now, emerging from the Earth's Goat Sea. Ow. Okay. We're gonna stun him so I can hit his toe beans. Okay, well. Well, fuck. All right. Give me that. Nope, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Ooh, he might get back up. I might have just fucked myself. Oh, I got lucky. Do it. Do it. Now he goes all Evangelion. Pew! Kerboom! I think the next time we come here, and I could be wrong, but I think the next time we come here, thank you for the G's. I think the next time we come here, we'll be fighting Demise and not the imprisoned. You're all quiet. No, that's fine. I absolutely understand. You know what? Enjoy your lurk. You definitely need time with Piggy, with your other Piggy, and I get it. You should get back here so that I can fling you across the fucking map. So yeah, on the 12th, I will be doing an all-day stream starting at 11, no later than noon. It's going to start basically an hour after I wake up. And then I'll be streaming until like 1 or 2 in the morning. So I'm going to be playing Tears of the Kingdom all day. We're almost out of time, Sin. Are you close to discovering the Triforce? Yes. Yep, we're gonna go catapult myself. Oh, hey. Aha. That was a new one. Okay. What are the feathers for? Upgrades. Yeah, upgrades. How you doing, Brid? Have you gotten snacks? What are you eating? We have never seen a Zelda game where Link gets thrown miles and miles. Alright. The Tad tones. Here we go. Well, this place looks different since we were last here. Hello, giant ball sack. Just finished ice cream. Tonight was rough. Friends can't. Oh no. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Spicy kitty, all bossy and meows. I mean, there are other kinds of kitties. She's exceptionally spicy and full of mouths. Awesome. You've met me. I would hope you remember me. It was only like an hour ago. I don't understand why she must stomp everywhere when she walks. Okay, it's Tad Tones time. Here's what this portion of the song sounds like. Dun 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 dun. No. Among my many Tad tones. Fucking A. 17 of them. Pretty sure this is the one it wants me to do. No. It isn't. Yes, it is. Tattoo number 1. The hardest one to find, honestly, if you've never played this before. And it's like, I gotta pee. I gotta pee. Down where it's wetter, everything's better. I gotta pee. Oh, that was not the one I needed to collect, though. Ow. All right. I need some air. The note gathering thing is fascinating. You listen. It is tedious at best. It's like, I get that they were trying to do something neat, but this late in the game, like, they give you a fetch quest that has 17 things. Are you kidding me now? Okay, there's supposed to be another one around here. Right? Am I wrong? No? Yes, there is another one around here. Where is it? Ah, okay. Well, I can't douse for the damn things because I'm underwater. Oh, come on now. That's... I'm missing one. Oh, I know where it is. I know where it is. Okay. It's under. Come on now. Don't do that shit. God damn it, game. Game. I was right next to it. You couldn't just give it to me. we get some game please in chat? Game please. Oh. Nut.
Nut.
And then this Tad Tone is like, hey, he won't ever see me here. It's a perfect okay. Guess what, Tad Tone? Fuck you. What the fuck? Oh, no, you don't get to... No, you don't get to just, like, fucking... I did not consent to that. Alright, we gotta go. Oh, that's the bad air bubble. Ow. This fucking thing. Oh yeah, that's right. This is the... Oh, I'm about to drown. That's bad. Bad. It's bad. Need some air. There we go. Alright, that was the pain in the ass one. Yeah, like... The poison bubbles were a problem. Like, instead of increasing your air, they decreased it. It's like, ah! Alright, there's my next set of Tad Tones. Then he gets a concussion at the end. See, it's all planned. So yes, while there are 17 groups of Tad Tones, there are actually like way more than just 17. I need air bubbles. Where's an air bubble? There's an air bubble. Yes, I'm aware. Okay. Okay, I need to go. Okay. Oh, hey, there you guys are. Why don't you come out and chat with me for a moment? No! Why don't I not come out with you, come out and chat with you, ballsack? I'm busy. I'm collecting fish sperm. Oh yeah, that's right, I remember this. Tad Tone! You come back here, Tad Tone. Alright. just have the one left. We got this. You little fucker. You come back here. Oh, no, I'm missing one. How am I missing one? Ow, you asshole. Yeah, I know, I got that part. Thanks. Thanks for no help at all. Oh, listen. You're supposed to climb out. There we go. Alright, what do you want? Yes, I know. You're gonna teach me how to douse for Tatones. Got it, yeah. Cool. Cool game, thanks. Alright. I think the last one. Where's the last one? Okay. There it is. I'm not sure how I missed that one. Ow. Q. Anyway, hurry and return to the water dragon because, you know, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Who needs air? Link, you aren't using brain cells anyway. It's not like you need the air. Ow. Into the tree's butthole. That was kind of a waste. That's okay, though. Brought back all my colorful little Tatones. You are indeed worthy of being called a hero. Because apparently fetch quests are what make a hero. You learned part of the Song of the Hero. We may not actually beat it tonight. There is only one dungeon left, but I kind of underestimated how long this part was going to take. Return to the sky. Set everything on fire. Nope, don't crash into the rock bird. I think honestly my favorite emote of yours, Sky, is the little horny ghost. Well, that one too, but I'm talking about the two-parter. Ruh-roh. You relate so deeply to that one. There are many times that I have started a game with the party being naked in a jail cell, and, well, now I find myself in that same situation. Please stop beeping. I don't think we could forget your ugly mug, sir. Okay. So we have to get all of our stuff back. Hey, Miyachi, welcome. How's your night going? We are trying to collect the pieces of the Song of the Hero, because we have met Zelda. She has been sealed into a crystal, never to awaken until the end of Zelda 2. And we are now trying to gather the Song of the Hero so that we can fight Demise, which is the source of Ganon's power, and save the day. Hooray! Okay, already, you can shut the fuck up so I can play the game now. Thank you. Yeah, go away. Thanks, buddy. Well, no. Okay, well, I tried. Sorry, there's gonna be some beeps for a second. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around, dumb fuck. How's your night going, Miyachi? Well, I hope. Gerboom! Awesome. Okay. Yeah. I mean, okay. You are a piece of shit, slime. Well, isn't that kind of a pain in the ass? Oh, hey, look, everybody, it's another Moldorm. Link Adventure on the revisit? Yes, we are close to the end. I thought I was going to finish it tonight. I don't think I am now. I think it's going to be tomorrow night that it gets finished for sure. There's no way it's lasting past tomorrow night for sure. But yeah, it's... I mean, I liked this game even when it was out on the Wii, and that is considered its most flawed version. I like it now. This version is even better. This will be the third time I've gone through the game. So yeah. Yeah, so I played through it once on the Wii when it came out. And I played through it once when this version came out. Oh, fuck me. Fuck me, fuck me. Listen, stop eating me, Moldorm. I've got things to do and Zeldas to save. Moldorm, we talked about this. This is a no Link eating zone. And then now I'm playing through it again. And, I mean, I liked it. I like the storyline behind in this game, even though it's very scripted. I mean, the others are all scripted too, but like, yeah. I could use some hearts game. That would be great. Be swell. Think you could accommodate me there? Okay, what do you think? Of course not. Ooh, yeah, this one. Okay, I see what it wants me to do. Just break out the old leaf blower. Really? Yeah, you're gonna be that picky, huh? Wow, okay, game. What is happening? That's not where I need to be anyway. Did I go the wrong way? Is that possible? That I made a mistake while playing Zelda? Well, thank you. Thank you for your unbridled belief in me. Okay, well, I need, you know? Oh, I see why. Okay, I understand now. I needed to go over there. I need to jump off there, not on this side. Okay, well, we're gonna... there's no way this is gonna work. I didn't think so. Hi, go away. Yes, game. Give me more hearts. I need more hearts. Yeah, I don't need you to show me. Don't do that. Don't show me a thing. I'm fully aware. I'm fully aware that I screwed up, game. Okay. Yes. Thank you for continually showing me the things. Okay, well, I was not expecting the one shot of doom. No, sure couldn't. Like, there wasn't even an option to dodge it. It was just like, oh, hey, you got spotted, now you die. No, Mr. Link, now you die. What are y'all thoughts on James Bond? I've been a fan since I was in college. I know that they're cheesy, I know that they're not realistic in many capacities, but I just like them. They're fun movies for me. Some of them have not aged well, but that's okay. I mean, it's important to look at things through the lens of their time. Game, I had... James Bond isn't blonde, that's all. You didn't like Daniel Craig as James Bond? Man, I thought that he was one of the best James Bonds we've had. Yeah, like, I don't like the older ones as well as I like the newer ones. But I will say that some of them have some very fun plot lines. God, game, you already showed me this. I don't need you to show me again. We covered this. Huh, okay. I mean, sure, you're fine. I did like the fact that in the latest one that they actually spelled out the fact that when one James Bond dies, another spy is appointed the name James Bond and given the number 007. I thought that was good. And in fact, the one that they gave the name, the James Bond rank was a woman, which I am 100% okay with. That was. Oh, it worked! It still got it. Game, open the fucking chest. Thank you, game. Ah. Kerboom? Kerboom! Oh, there's two of them. Okay, fine. Be that way. I thought I wasn't going to get that one, but I'm so glad I did. All right, whee! Oh, please stop talking, dude. No one wants to talk to you anymore. Oh, I got a bomb all over this place. Come on now. I feel like pulling bombs out in that room is just asking for trouble. Pierce Brosnan, I really liked him, yeah. Sean Connery Bonds, yes. Did you ever see the non-official well, I guess it's weird because the James Bond rights were actually split at one point in time. And so two companies were able to make, or two studios were able to make James Bond movies. MGM and Warner Brothers both released an actual James Bond movie within the same year. And one was done by I want to say Roger Moore, and then the other one was Warner Brothers brought Sean Connery out of retirement and gave us Never Say Never Again, which is not the best James Bond. Wait, did I make a wrong turn? I did. I made a wrong turn. Which is not the best James Bond movie, but Slingshot. I need to go down further. Well, okay, game. Fine, be that way. Game, you can send a thing now. That'd be great. It's funny because from what I understand, I have Never Say Never Again. I've never watched it. But from what I understand, oh, what was that, game? Yeah, this one's tricky. This one's gonna be not great. Okay. From From what I understand, though, Never Say Never Again is actually a remake of Thunderball or something. Like, it's not, Okay, hold up. Yeah, I don't think I can just... That was so close. God damn it. Yes, he was. He was solid. Like he that was after his run as James Bond, and then George Lazenby came along and then sucked so hard that they replaced him with Roger Moore after one film. And then I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here, game. Do I need to roll it? Is that what I have to do? Am I choosing the wrong... Yeah, I don't... Rolling it is not an option because there's a gap. Well, that was not the option either. Please start me back down. Okay, it did. Finally! Alright. You know, 23 tries later. First try! By the way, happy Star Trek Day to everybody out there. Yes, Cinco de Cuatro. Shout out to my Arrested Development fans out there. So you know, they recently re-released GoldenEye on the Switch through the expanded Nintendo Switch Online catalog, and oh, no, you get the fuck away from me! No, god damn it! Listen, game. I'm dead. Game over. Really? Really? feel like I should just reload. Yeah, I should just reload. Or quit. Yes, I want to quit. I want to reload my save game. But they didn't just re-release it. They actually changed the N64 ROM. So it's got a widescreen patch on it now. Sort of, yeah, like. Okay, well, I was not expecting this. It does. I think it was mostly done for multiplayer, though. Because one of the features of Nintendo Switch Online is that you can play those games online with friends, like you were sitting there with controllers. It's not a perfect experience, but it's easy. Give me my bombs. Oh, it'd be really nice if I could get some hearts back. Well, okay then, I guess. I don't need more nuts. Link has all the nuts he needs. Nut. I do have. I've got some sound. I've got the sound alerts extension too.
Nut.
Nut. God damn it. Beep. 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 Not working for you. Oh. Give me hearts, game. There we go. Watch as Link just puts a lit bomb in his pocket. What could possibly go wrong? Game. 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 Make go. Game, make go. Make go, game. Make go. See, this is another part of the game. It's just excruciatingly long. Like I said, not my favorite Zelda game, but I still enjoy it. Like, if they'd have made it so that you could get all of your stuff back from one chest, instead of being like, well, now you have to go find each and every item again. Oh, hey, look, it's the Master Sword. Just sticking out of the ground. Game. Game Y. Floor. Yes, yes. You're not wrong. Oh, that's not where I need to go. Ow. Thanks, game. Of course. Of course I need those. Why wouldn't I need those? Give me my shit! There it is. Give me my shit. You know, I forgot that I had a potion until now. That's my bad. I'll own that one. I could have stopped the beeping much time ago. Watch Sin play games. Sometimes he's even okay at them. The dragons look a little different in this game than in Breath of the Wild, don't they? Thank you. Thank you for clipping that. I appreciate you. These are the moments. His voice is resonating so much that it actually causes his whiskers to vibrate. Or maybe he's just like got Parkinson's. Doggo's saying they need the other side of the inn. The knee? Yep. To the sky! To the windows! To the sky! Bum ba-dum bum bum ba-da-da-da-dun da-dun dun 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 dun. Well, now we just have to go to Lanari Desert and get the final piece, right? Easy peasy. I got salted caramel whiskey this time to see if I liked it better than the peanut butter kind, and it is tasty, very tasty, but I still like the peanut butter way more. I'm just saying, if Old Smoky ever wanted to like sponsor me, I would accept that. Great, you know, easily. That shit's delicious. Like, I have yet to find a flavor of theirs that I don't like. Yeah, I really thought we would have this wrapped up tonight. It's not gonna happen. We're gonna get the pieces of the Song of the Hero, and then we will have to call it for the night. But with that said, we will definitely beat the shit out of this game tomorrow night, because there's just a single. After we get the pieces of the Song of the Hero, there's one more Silent Realm, and then the dungeon, and then the final boss. The question is, do y'all want to see me do the Hylian Shield in this? It's a boss rush of all the bosses that we've previously faced before. No, I do believe that's the incorrect way. Thank you, Fee. Come on, Fee. No, we're good. We're good. We don't need to. doggos are happy. Excellent. Does doggos happy make Brid happy? Game. Yes, okay.
And you know what else makes Brid happy? The fact that their doggos are so adorable. They're the cutest.
Ow. So many enemies. Thank you so much for the 25 bits, Brid. So yes, this part is an escort quest. Bye. Oh, of course. This is honestly the least. This is not, you know, like as far as like the parts of getting the song. This is the easiest of them. Total accident. I'll take it though. Okay, interesting. Oh, I see. Ow.
Another mention of my dogs being cute. They love their greeny treats so much. They go a wee bit cray-cray when I open the treat bag.
You know, I'm kind of surprised that there isn't something like the, Oh, I can't think of the name. The churro treats for cats. Like, I'm surprised that there isn't something like... Oh, Ow. Okay, fine, game. Fine. I'm surprised there isn't something like the churro treats that they have for cats for dogs. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na. And that gets us back to where we need to be. But this is not all, that's not all there is to it. Still have a small piece left for this, to get this dragon. So he's sick. Yeah, he's cool. He is really cool. He is not feeling well though. So I'm not sure why I'm doing this at this point. I'm not even gonna get the chest, but it's here and I might as well tag it because there's a part of my brain that's just like, hey, do the thing. Why am I like this? All right, so we have, I wonder, where could we plant a seed to make, really? Really? Oh. Where could we plant a seed that might make it grow? If only there was a place. Only there was a place. To the sky! So I asked this question earlier, and I knew that Tetra knew, but does anybody know who the old granny is? Has anybody figured it out yet? Indeed, it's Impa. I do like the old granny, how she's got that pendulum in her hair and it ticks back and forth. I think that's kind of neat. So the scary implication is that Groose basically hangs out with her, right? That's how the game ends, is he's with her. And it's like, so all of the Sheikah are descended from Groose. All of them. And technically all of the Yiga as well, because they're an offshoot of the Sheikah. So it takes a long, long time for this tree to grow, like hundreds of thousands of years. Impa's gotta be like, what the fuck is happening? This kid just runs out of this portal, plants a seed in the ground, and runs back through. Doesn't say a word. To the sky! Alright, where's the... over there. Dun, 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 dun. I will say the final dungeon in this is really cool. It's not my favorite dungeon. That goes to the sand ship, but it is still really, really cool. There is some really ingenious dungeon design in this game. I think this is where I wish to be. Pretty sure this is where I wish to be. No. Yes, this is where I wish to be. Hooray! I got it right. And then he goes Super Saiyan. All right, now we have to go return to Levias. And learn the final piece of the song. Boop. Are you sure you want to return to the sky? No, of course not. Oh. Hey, there's Levias. Okay, he can flap up for it. There we go. Got a little bit of snare drum action going on there. All right, we are saving. And we are calling it a stream for the night. Tomorrow night, we are definitely finishing it. We are doing the final Silent Realm, the final dungeon, and the final boss fight. We will find out who Girahim is. So we'll be getting tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Central. And yeah, and then we're going to start Ocarina of Time on Sunday night. I don't know if we'll finish it before Tears of the Kingdom comes out. No matter what happens, once Tears of the Kingdom comes out, I'm dropping whatever game I'm playing and starting that one. So I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I hope to see you tomorrow night. Thank you all so much for the support. Tetra and Brid, I really appreciate you. Miyachi, thanks for hanging out. And I hope you all have a wonderful night. Bye, Sky.